Have you ever felt bored being a Scrum Master? You may have felt out of passion already, because you know that every morning when you wake up, you're going to do the same routine again. Opening up that laptop, checking out the latest notifications on the team collaboration tool, then have another video conference call, back to back to back throughout the day. And you felt bored because people are not getting the messages you are communicating over the video conference call tool. And sometimes this leads to anger and frustration. It's very easy to get bored these days as a Scrum Master, especially when most of the time you will be interacting with people in the company using online tools. But I personally think, as a Scrum Master, we are responsible for getting ourselves out of boredom.
Now, I don't think there's anything wrong with Scrum Masters feeling bored, because the state of boredom is a natural state of every human being, including us Scrum Masters. As a Scrum Master, whenever we feel bored, we need to acknowledge it and embrace it. The most important question that we need to ask ourselves as a Scrum Master whenever we feel bored is, how can we leverage that boredom to elevate ourselves and deliver value to the company that we currently work for? So in today's vlog, folks, I'm going to share with you some things that you as a Scrum Master need to change so that you can get out of boredom and at the same time elevating yourself to the next level and deliver value to the company that you currently work for. Now, this is not a comprehensive list. This is just based on my personal experience as a Scrum Master. Now, if you do have any more tips on how to get out of boredom as a Scrum Master, feel free to leave comments in the comment section down below, and that will be very helpful for everyone in the Scrum Master community to elevate themselves and get out of boredom. So for many of us Scrum Masters, we are in a state of boredom because we keep on seeing the same thing over and over again. We see the same organization, we see the same people, we see the same team, and we might be seeing the same problem repeating again and again. So for many of us, we cannot just change what we're seeing, we cannot just change where we work, but we can change our perspective on what we're seeing.
From my observation, many Scrum Masters have the initial objective to make their team self-managed, because they have learned that the Scrum team is supposed to be a self-managing team. But I personally think there is something wrong with having that objective in mind. First, because naturally human beings are self-managed. And second, because I have seen many Scrum Masters try to fix the team or motivate the team when their team is not self-managed. The reality is, it's not the team or people that needs further emphasis when they're not self-managed. It is the environment or the system where the team is at that needs further emphasis. I learned that from systems thinking. Systems thinking has really helped me in becoming a better Scrum Master. Now, there's quite a lot of resources on the internet on systems thinking, so just go check it out if you want to learn more about it. There are even some universities that provide short courses on systems thinking. Not only systems thinking has changed my perspective about people and teams, it has also helped me get out of boredom and also continuously improve myself as a Scrum Master.
Many Scrum Masters are in a state of boredom not only because they keep on seeing the same thing over and over again, they also keep on doing the same thing over and over again. Now, if you want to know what the Scrum Masters actually do, click the link up here to watch my video on the 8 Scrum Master hats, because that will help you understand my next point. So many Scrum Masters, for example, not only they teach the same thing over and over again, they teach the same thing with the same method every single time. Many Scrum Masters use the same facilitation techniques over and over again.
If you're a Scrum Master who does much facilitation or teaching online for people at your workplace, the next time you'll be teaching or facilitating, try to do things differently. It might start from changing the tools you're currently using for facilitating or teaching online. Outside of those sessions, try to tinker around with whatever tools your team is currently using, whether that is their collaboration tool or their product backlog management tool. Try to find hidden features in those tools that have not been fully utilized by people in the organization and at the same time can elevate the organization's state of agility. Now, I cannot tell you which specific features in which tools you should tinker around with, because there are so many tools out there. Audio is also very important in online setups, because even though people can't see you, people can still hear you. Try to change the way you sound, or the way you talk, or the way you convey your messages in any sessions you'll be facilitating or teaching. And also observe whether people get you. If they don't get you, then continuously improve. You can also change the structure or the agenda or the techniques or even the content of the sessions you'll be facilitating or teaching. The point I'm trying to make here is there are so many things that you can do differently the next time you'll be teaching or facilitating for people at your workplace. And also, have the intention to have small failures every time you want to do things differently. Those failures should give you the adrenaline and get you out of boredom.
So many Scrum Masters are in a state of boredom because they have the same focus. In many cases, many Scrum Masters are only focused at the team level. Even the Scrum Guide itself says that the Scrum Master also have a service at the organization level. So if you want to get out of boredom, scale out your influence up to the organization level, up to the enterprise level, change your view from ground level view to helicopter view and seeing it from a wider perspective. From there, I hope you will discover knowledges and skills that you need to scale out your influence at the organization level, at the enterprise level.
Many Scrum Masters start working at the team level. Now, there is nothing wrong with that. But it is quite sad to see many companies who only limit the Scrum Master to only work at the team level. My tip for you is, regardless of whether your current workplace only places you as the Scrum Master at the team level, you should not accept the current reality and only stay focused at the team level. Because as time goes by, you might get bored, or you might feel that your career is not progressing. At one point, the team might be getting quite good at delivering value continuously. And at that point, you will find that the majority of the problems that are impeding the team to become better in delivering value continuously actually comes from the other departments, or sometimes it even comes from the senior management. And at that point, you should change your focus and scale your influence to people from other departments and in fact up to the senior management level. And along the way, not only you will learn about their subject domain and their thought process, you will also learn how to improve your communication skills. And along the way, you might pick up some empathy.
In relation to all of the previous points that I have already shared with you, another reason why Scrum Masters are in a state of boredom is because they keep on learning the same thing over and over again. They learn more about Agile, they learn more about Scrum. Agile itself is only 4 values and principles, while the Scrum Guide itself is only 13 pages long. The universe has a wide array of knowledges that can help you become a more effective Scrum Master, that can help you lead more effectively as a true leader who serves in the company that you currently work for.
A lot of things that the Scrum Master does requires creativity, improvisation, and dancing in the moment. Some of the non-agile related training that I have taken in the past is related to art. In the past, I have taken short art classes and also performance classes. I have found that having consistent cadence is important for predictability and agility. And I actually got this insight from learning music. A sprint in Scrum is a cadence that keeps the team disciplined and in rhythm. I'm not saying that you have to take art or music classes or training. The point I'm trying to make here is Agile in Scrum is quite simple. Many things that can help your company improve its agility can actually be found from observing how the universe works. You can learn more on becoming a better leader who serves from training or classes that are not related to Agile or Scrum at all. Don't get trapped in the industrial Agile or institutions who make Agile overly complicated than it should be. Start with looking at what is needed to make your workplace more nimble in delivering value, and look at what you need as a Scrum Master to help your workplace become more nimble in delivering value continuously. Along the way, you may find that the knowledge or training you need are not related to Agile or Scrum at all.
Now, my last point for Scrum Masters who want to get out of the state of boredom is not only changing what you're learning, but also change how you're learning it. And this is one of the things that I've been doing in the past few months. I've been striving for unconventional way of learning. And by changing how you're learning and acquiring knowledge, skills, and information, you will deliver the information differently to the team, to the organization, and they will acquire the knowledge from you also more effectively.
These days, we are in a situation where access to training seems to be endless because now we can access any training from any trainers through online tools. But I have also found that many Scrum Masters are in a trap of taking many online trainings without having the objective of leveling up their mastery. I'm not saying that online trainings are bad. Some online trainings are really good. But we have to acknowledge that many online training only puts the participants in a passive position where participants only receive information, but participants may not necessarily acquire any new skills after attending those trainings. I call attending these kinds of trainings as conventional learning. There is a study by John Paul Martin who said that the most effective way of learning is by teaching others on how to do it. Many online training sessions, though, don't put the participants in a position where they are learning by teaching others on how to do it. Besides learning by teaching others, I also like learning by doing deliberate practice. Deliberate practice is a term coined by Anders Ericsson. One of my ways to do deliberate practice is to get involved in a specific problem or case that a company or a team has, where I don't have enough skills or experience with those problems or cases. And I know that I will fail when I'm involved in those problems or cases. Or sometimes I just go to a local agile meetup to observe the conversation. And from those observations, I then ask myself, how would I respond to this question, and then use the answer to make a content like this one you're currently watching right now. Now, there are many ways of unconventional learning. The point I want to share with you here is, you want to reduce attending training where you're only in a passive position or only in a position where you're only listening or reading or watching. You should do more learning that involves teaching others on how to do it and doing deliberate practice. Even better if you have the intention to deliberately fail while learning.
So that is all from me today, folks. Those are my 5 tips for Scrum Masters who are feeling bored and want to get out of boredom and elevate themselves to the next level. Hopefully today's video is insightful or valuable in any way. And if you do find today's video is insightful or valuable, click that like button because that is really helpful to spread this video even further. And if you want more content specifically targeted towards Scrum Masters, subscribe to this channel and I will see you in the next video. Bye.